Hey, I'm John Krasinski. Welcome to SCN. You're not John Krasinski. I'm John. Did you fucking see that? Did you see that? We begin with some very lousy news out of Tampa, Florida. On Friday, a 6-year-old girl was rushed to the hospital after being struck by a motorcycle. The child is in critical condition after being diagnosed with the rare but recently resurgent Kawasaki disease. A husband of a missing Colorado woman has offered $100,000 for any information regarding his wife's whereabouts. I don't know about you, but I'm calling every tanning salon in the state to see if they've reopened. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos made the news yet again this week when market experts suggested he may become the world's first trillionaire by the year 2026. What Mr. Bezos doesn't know is that my father already did that, having sold his mind control technology to the CIA for $1 trillion. Of course, that never actually happened, but he believed it did. He was insane, and now he's dead. Let's go to sports. Japanese sumo wrestler Shabushi Kanji earned the dubious distinction this week when he became the first professional athlete to die of COVID-19. The doctors who treated him said that his death had less to do with the fact that he was a professional athlete and more to do with the fact that he was a fat piece of shit. While sumo wrestlers are particularly vulnerable to COVID-19 complications, they're not the only athletes at risk. Other at-risk athletes include bowlers, golfers, and of course, figure skater Nicole Rossi. Oh boy, I hope that that's your before picture on the right, honey, because if not, you really need to get back into shape. She almost died. Almost died. In other food related news, despite the fact that Tyson Foods chairman warned 2 weeks ago that the United States may be running out of meat, a Reuters investigation uncovered the fact that farmers and food companies have and continue to be sending tons of meat to China. In return, China, who makes so many of our critical masks, has offered to send tens of thousands of these to hungry Americans. Talk about killing two bats with one stone. In other Sino-centered news, China has embarked on an aggressive diplomatic marketing campaign, creating billboards in countries where it donated masks and other protective equipment, like this one in Serbia. Not to be outdone, other countries have joined the bandwagon, creating their own advertisements, showcasing their own fight against COVID-19, and hopefully spurring tourism. In America, we just released ours yesterday. We're number one in both COVID-19 cases and deaths. Plus, Yosemite. Yosemite's a great place. Great place. Half Dome. Half Dome. Germany just released theirs, and now they've been very effective in fighting the virus, and they're not shy about showing it. For COVID-19, only Germany has the final solution. They're an industrious people. They certainly are. Mexico just released theirs yesterday, and I think it really showcases the Latin culture of hospitality. In Mexico, mi hospital es su hospital. The friendly place, very friendly place. Even Russia is working on one. We have the prototype here. Hello, there is no virus in Russia. Russia is great. It is rich. It has very nice gal. No problem there in Russia. And Texas actually has its own, despite the fact that it's a state. It was its own country at one point before it unfortunately joined the Union. Everything's bigger in Texas. In other news, a man was arrested on necrophilia charges after having sex with a corpse outside a homeless shelter. I know, can you imagine having sex with a homeless person? Oof, gross. Today, co-host and meteorologist Dylan Dreyer announced that she tested positive for COVID-19. Ms. Dreyer is forecasting many rainy days ahead without a chance in hell of sunshine. Well, that's it for us here this week on SLN, but I want to say one thing before we go. Look, I've been hard on John Krasinski. And, for a reason. I do think he's a fraud, he's a liar, he's a pig, and he's a thief. but he did inspire me. And if I was perfectly honest, I'm gonna miss him too. I'm gonna miss him too. Oh, I am gonna miss him. We had some times together here. We had some times together here. And he may not remember them. He may not remember them, but I do. And that's why I'm gonna leave you with this retrospective. It should jerk your fucking tears. Let's say goodbye to John Krasinski with this.
Morning, John boy. Rise and fucking shine.
Cortisone for eczema. You ever get eczema, John? It's itchy.
What's the matter? Don't like the wine, John?